Hey.
Don't do it. It's really nice outside.
It's beautiful. Beautiful.
Okay, well, guys, it's nice outside. It's the one day a year that's nice outside in Oklahoma, and I'm stuck inside doing this with you. With you people. I feel like I start...
Every time.
I gotta settle in. Gotta settle in.
We're charting a course for this one that's positive.
This room, not this house, this room stinks like a dog.
Well, he's in here.
He stinks worse than normal.
He's up on me.
And
I know.
I don't know what he's been up to or into or around. Mm-hmm. But whatever it is.
It's now transferred to my clothing because he is literally draped across me. But it's fine. You want an intro?
Hi, guys. Welcome to Cold Hands, Warm Hearts. I'm Brandon Birdwell, and this room smells like doo-doo.
Hi, guys. I'm Ashley Engle. I'm the other half. Welcome to episode 148 of the Cold Hands, Warm Hearts podcast. I want to start out by apologizing for my voice this week. We'll get into it, but I've been sick this week for the last part of last week and this weekend.
So if you guys are checking, if you're going through your Cold Hands, Warm Hearts bingo cards.
Brandon was sick last time.
Yeah, but you. Okay.
Leo's sick.
I can't even move forward after that.
Anyway, how are you today?
I'm great.
You look nice in your cardigan.
Well, it's because I just
Tell you that much.
I came straight from work. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm putting an appointment in my phone. I came straight from work where I was wearing a cardigan because that's how business gets done. My job as a real estate person / freelance therapist, because that's what I look like, with a little flecks of gray in my beard and on my temples and what were you calling this? It's not
basket weave.
Is that the
basket weave cardigan?
Guys, in my basket weave cardigan.
Yeah.
In my jeans.
I might say a cable stitch.
Is that that's not a full cable knit?
I think it's a combo. Anyway, guys, he looks sharp.
Welcome back to Cardigan Talk, where, guys, we talk all things cardigan.
Yeah.
And our intro was actually written by the Cardigans.
Yes.
And that actually is pretty great. And I think that we could probably swing that because they can't be that busy.
Sponsor us, Cardigans.
They're pretty great. Sponsor us, Cardigans, both the thing and the band.
Yeah.
Because
we love you both.
Nothing makes me happier than nestling in next to my stinky dog in a cardigan to listen to the soothing sounds of the Cardigans.
Let's do a quick Leo update for the listeners. He looks good. Has he passed the rest of the frog?
Here's the thing.
Okay.
That's the problem.
Oh, no.
Well, first off, I assume the frog is it can't be around because he's so spry.
He's feeling good.
Here's the thing, though.
Okay.
If you were a blind man and you walked into this house, you would assume there was a dead dog in here because of the smell.
I think it's good that I'm congested today because I haven't noticed it as much.
He smells like death.
Oh, now I'm going to.
And yet he lives. How?
Don't have the heart to tell her. He's been at the taxidermist.
I don't have to tell her because her olfactory bulb
is broken.
Because he reeks like death.
Anyway, but he's feeling better.
But I'm feeling worse.
You haven't found the rest of the frog in the yard?
No.
There's no evidence.
No evidence. They're just the head. I think he just ate the frog's head. That's the most poisonous part of a rubber frog.
Where's the rest of it?
He ate I think just the head flew into the yard.
Okay. That's what's so crazy.
Also, the rubber, it's the delicacy. It's like the fillet.
Sure. It's normally in a live frog, it's the legs, guys.
But not in a rubber toy one.
Right.
It's weird how that works. The frog head, it is the most sought after cut. The rest is peasant stuff.
Sure.
Keep it, neighbors.
Yeah.
I'm eating this rubber frog's head,
Yeah.
and I'm going to poison myself to death with it.
Well, he looks great.
Well, he smells bad.
It's true.
It's all happening.
Is this a new ottoman? A new pouf?
Thank you for noticing.
It's yellow.
It is, and
I like it.
Well, that's not why we do it. But you should, because it. Can I tell you how fang my shui is?
Ugh.
Shui out the yin yang, my fang.
Have you?
Dude, shui out the yin yang, my fang, is the title.
Is it maybe? Is it okay to say that? I don't think so.
Fang out the yin yang, my swang? My shang? My fwang.
I don't know.
Fwang.
I just feel like it's appropriation on a level that we're not prepared to
I
face.
think it's appropriate. I
like your poof.
Thanks. It's great. It's yellow. It's amarillo. And it...
Is that a feng shui thing? Yellow? Is it a happy color?
I mean, it makes me... It represents sunshine. I made that up, but it feels right.
Yeah.
And it's round like a sunshine.
Sure.
And it's cable knit.
Yes.
And it's
It's wearing a cardigan.
I just needed a good
Footrest.
shangin in my way. Because I'm here just day to day trying to move through the world. Zen, nowhere to be found. Shui, defanged. Refang my shui, and let's move on about our thing. But it's round, and I think the smooth, there's no corners for the bad vibes to hide in.
Oh.
Because it's round.
Sure. Pointy. It's not pointy.
It's not pointy.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Anyway, what you been up to?
I ordered a pouf on Amazon.
Yeah. Also, would you care to give us an update? Listen to how congested. Ugh, guys, I'm sorry. I'm doing my best. Doing my best.
The shui is fanged. And settle in.
Will you give us an update on your car saga? Because last week, boy, howdy, was that a saga.
You want to talk about the shui in my car?
Yeah.
There's not a thing to be seen.
Okay, but so your car was smoking and making noise last week. Yeah. You had to have it towed to the dealership, which cost you a pretty penny. But you were hoping that it was going to be a repair rather than a new car because you were just a couple car payments away from paying it off.
Sure.
And go. I teed it up.
It was as expensive as a new car, sorta.
Dang it.
But not.
Right. So still better.
Same car. We're in the 100,000 mile. I'm in the Century Club.
Yes.
1K, baby.
Centenarian.
And almost paid off, but this is going to set her back.
Yeah.
Because to get the car traded in, they said, oh, here's what it's worth. But in order for it to be worth that, you're going to have to get it repaired. Oh. And I thought...
That's how they get you. It's got to be running.
Well, what am I doing here?
Yeah.
So we're back in the Jeep. And I'll tell you this. Air conditioning works.
Hey!
Car starts.
So they fixed the AC as well.
Well, yeah.
Just in time
just take it in and have them fix everything else. But
well, no, I'm saying it would be like you to opt out of that particular repair to
It's
be like, I can do without it.
While you're in there, just fix it all.
Yeah, of course.
While you're in there.
Yeah.
So it works. It goes, and
just in time for summer.
Just in time for we're calling it Broke Boy Summer. Welcome, guys. Last year was Brat Summer.
Yeah.
Not this year.
Not this year. Broke boy.
Flat
B-O-I.
Broke boy summer. And guys, it's bologna for lunch. Mm-hmm. That's what we're eating in the broke boy summer. It's ramen.
Mm-hmm. Ramen.
And AC.
Yeah.
And you know what? If I'm gonna eat ramen in the broke boy summer, I'm going to need to be in the AC.
Yeah, you are.
It's a hot soup.
What's so crazy to me, though, is so last week your car broke. Yeah. Then Lindsay's car broke.
Yeah.
Then Mom and Dad loaned you one of their cars. Their car broke.
Totally.
There's also a common denominator here, and it's
way,
you.
I just got an email from Amazon asking me to rate my purchase of my pouf.
What are you going to rate that pouf?
5 fangs schwade.
Rate that poof, broke
Rate
boy.
That poof, broke boy. Here's the thing. Also, had I known what was going to go on with my financial situation,
You wouldn't have purchased the poof?
that's a pre-poof. I purchased that poof pre-car repair.
But it's yellow and it makes you happy. So
Nothing-
you needed it.
Nothing worse than ordering a poof and then anxiously awaiting its arrival on a slow boat from China.
Yeah.
It's probably full of microplastics and lead.
I mean, everything is.
I am.
Samesies.
And I'm waiting on it,
Yeah.
counting the days till I get to poof.
I sound awful.
Just waiting.
Even worse than usual, guys.
Waiting on a poof, and in the interim, from buy it now to arrival.
Add to cart.
And guys, keep in mind, you're looking at a Prime subscriber, so this is not a long window. Bezos has me on speed dial, so I click buy it now, and then I immediately start rubbing my hands together. Poof time. Poof. And while my poof is in transit, my car, poof. Engine go poof. And then I go spend a bunch of cash fixing my engine. Forget about the poof. Drive home. You know what's waiting for me?
Yeah.
Prepaid poof. That
Yeah.
I'm not gonna return.
No. You could.
Not gonna. Because the only thing giving me life right now is this poof. And so, guys, here it is.
Well, it's real cute.
And here's the thing. But the good news is, had the car happened sooner, I might have evaluated this poof purchase a little bit. Paralysis by analysis, and I'd be a poofless boy once again.
Nowhere to put my feet.
It would be a poofless broke boy summer, which is worse.
Right.
So poof.
Here we are. Here we are.
I got it.
Gosh. Well, I'm glad that you've sorted out. Everyone has his or her own car now, and they're all running.
I also got in the car
Okay.
at the dealership. Tried to start it while I was there. In the time between when they fixed it and drove it out to the parking lot,
Oh, no.
it stopped working again.
That's not a good sign.
New battery they did.
Oh, gosh.
2 new batteries.
And you had to pay for both? Both?
They're not running a BOGO on batteries.
Wow.
Buy one poof, get a battery free.
Oh, no.
So no, I not only have to sit there and wait, I have to pony up another for a battery.
Oh, Brandon.
Tow job, battery, AC, engine flush, poof.
Yeah. Broke boy summer.
Expenses are stacking up.
Wow. What a thing.
Yeah.
Car trouble is truly the worst because you just are like paralyzed.
You don't realize
Yeah.
that you need
The
one
convenience.
until you don't have one.
That's it.
And you live in a city without, we're not a public transit.
We've got it, but it's not,
Go ahead.
particularly user friendly. It's not going to go to your son's school and pick him up.
I was one step away from popping on some rollerblades.
Yeah.
Some short shorts and rollerblades, rolling up behind someone's car and grabbing a bumper.
Ben would be humiliated.
And skitching.
Can you imagine how embarrassed Ben would be?
If Daddy was skitching him to school.
Ben Birdwell, your dad's here.
Your dad's here, and I come skitching.
And you toss him a rope.
Dude, I'm behind a Kia Optima,
Yeah.
hanging on, skitching into the middle school, and I've got my pockets are longer than my shorts,
Yes.
and I'm wearing a fanny pack.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, here's Ben's dad, and I'm careful, Kia Optima. You made my disc man skip.
The most humiliating
I
thing.
roll out. Someone backs out. They get ready to go to work. Hook onto the bumper. I hit play. And then right when they drive off, it's somebody. And then I'm just off to the races. Skitching my way all over town. Skitching to the post office. Skitching to the grocer.
I'm sad that you have this idea now.
To Be Skitchin.
Because you know what Skitchin is? Free.
ABS. Always Be Skitchin.
That might be the title.
Some people are working to get abs for the summer.
Yeah.
I'm working on ABS for the summer.
You're paying down your debt.
ABS and IBS. Your boys got it. Always Be Skitchin. IBS too. Dude, sometimes you just be skitching and you just got to let go and just coast into the nearest Casey's. They keep them clean. Skitch into Casey's for a case of IBS during broke boys summer.
Anyway, guys, I'm really glad you guys got all that sorted out because that's the worst.
Me too. It's not great.
No. Well, as I say, I've been sick for the last part of last week and the weekend. And it actually has been, I mean, I'd have to go back and listen to some episodes, but I do feel like I've had a good stretch here where my children haven't given me anything or, and I'd like to credit my new multivitamin. Because I also think my exercise routine and trying to prioritize sleep have kept me fairly healthy. So I think what happened with this one was Jeff brought home a cold from Germany.
Dude, and those hit different.
I'd like to say to Dennis, our friend Dennis in Germany, I don't blame your people, Dennis, for this cold, but I would like to blame Jeff for it.
Here's the thing. A cold is one thing.
Yeah.
But when the O has an umlaut over it,
yeah,
das cold, it's too much.
It's taking you down.
It's too much. It really is.
And I will say for this one, it has hit harder than a normal cold virus.
Dude.
I'm talking chills. I'm talking fever. I'm talking body aches.
Yeah.
It could have been the flu. I don't know.
No, here's the thing. There's American germs and there's Germans. And the thing is, it's right there
in the name.
They Trojan horsed it in on us.
Yeah.
We didn't realize it all along, but here they come.
Guys, welcome to Conspiracy Corner. I don't want to be part of it. I don't want to be part of it.
They don't even acknowledge it. Deutschland? That's not, here we got to the bottom of it. We identified it. Germs? Man, listen.
I want no part of this.
No, because listen.
German cold conspiracy.
Can I tell you something about Germans?
I don't know if you can.
Relative to Americans, far more efficient.
This is true.
And their germs are no different. Right to the point.
Boy, howdy.
Better clocks and watches. Better cars.
Yeah.
Chocolates. Germs.
Strudels.
Don't even get me started on a strudel. Because
beers, pretzels.
Because your boy will line his pockets with strudels. Schnitzels? Yes, please.
Lederhosen?
No. Your boy will line his lederhosen with schnitzels and strudels.
Guys, we love the Germans.
We do, because here's the thing about
Not their germs.
No, because guys, keep them to yourself. Because you can handle it. Hardy stock.
Listen, we have German
We're from
ancestry.
Hardy German stock.
Yeah, so why can't we handle this? Why can't I handle the cold?
We're soft. Here's the thing.
It's true.
We are German the same way a pug used to be a wolf.
Exactly.
We saw a fire and we thought, that looks warm over there.
Yeah.
And then we wandered over.
Never
Centuries
left.
later, short snout, big eyes, all liabilities. Incapable of functioning in society, can't handle a simple German germ to save our lives.
And we're descended
To over here,
from the German germs.
packing away strudel like it's our job. Welcome to America.
But not real German strudel. Strudel from the Albertsons.
No, one of those individually wrapped apple pies full of microplastics.
With our short snouts.
Yeah. And they were so glad to get rid of us. You know what they said? Lederhosen.
Wow.
Auf Wiedersehen.
We're German the way pugs are descended from wolves.
That's the kind of stock we come from.
My favorite thing.
Here we go.
Ever said.
Powerful Germanic people
Sponsor us.
devolved. And now we just all have hip dysplasia. Put me down.
Brandon. Okay. I think we've taken this analogy
Guten Abend.
as
Shantik
far-
sing.
as far as it'll go.
Vita sing.
Okay. So yeah, at the beginning of last week, lots of exciting things. Hope had her middle school tour day, which was very exciting. And you know, they do the thing. Did you go with Ben to that last year?
What is it?
The middle school tour
Oh,
day.
yeah. Yeah, we talked about it. They made us actually go through class periods and
Right.
sit, and the bell would ring, and they'd usher us through. And I would say, I'm a grown man.
I'm a grown man.
Madam.
I did my time.
Yes, don't let the short snouts fool you. I'm a powerhouse.
I'm a powerful man.
Don't let the short snout fool you, Fraulein.
Yeah.
Daddy's got teeth. They're falling out one by one, and I'm full of microplastics. Are you going to eat that, Strudel?
Oh, man. Okay, so she got super excited about the electives. You know, the band played, the orchestra played. Once again, shout out to all of you middle school band directors, middle school orchestra conductors. You guys are the real ones, because what it takes for you to impart your love of music to people who don't know what they're doing, it takes an extra level of patience.
Yeah.
You know, extra jewels in your crowns, guys,
Sure.
in heaven.
Extra strudels in your hosen.
Because they're coming for you. But she got super excited. Then on Wednesday, I started feeling a little bit puny. Thursday, a little bit rough, a little bit rougher.
Sure.
I kind of rallied on Friday to the point where, speaking of middle school performances, I took the children to see the middle school production of Diary of a Wimpy Kid, the musical.
Okay.
And here's what I'll say for this. This was the perfect middle school musical. Because I know Ben's read all the books, had read all the Diary of a Wimpy Kid books. Our kids have read all those books. This musical is based on the first book in that series.
Sure.
And it was truly perfect. Okay. And again, shout out to the drama teacher at our middle school, because what she was able to pull out of these kids was pure greatness.
Sure.
It was darling. Darling. If you have the opportunity to see that musical, highly encourage.
I'm sure I have the opportunity.
This was the first time it's been done in Oklahoma. Then I crashed pretty hard on Saturday and Sunday.
Sure.
I didn't leave the bed. Okay, this is where we were. But yesterday afternoon I turned the corner for reals. Okay. And I am feeling good today. I still sound a little bit rough, but I'm feeling pretty much back to normal.
Sure.
And I'm grateful, because this was not a fun one.
Sure.
Really wasn't. I blame Jeff. But I have a lot to talk about for what you've been watching, reading, or listening to, because I was in the bed for 2 days.
I like how this is the 1 week you didn't ask me what I did this weekend.
I did.
No, you asked me how my car was and how
I said, what you been up to? Tell us about your car.
I actually had a busy weekend.
Well, get into it.
I just got back from Austin, Texas,
I didn't know that.
where I played in a Sandlot baseball game in Austin, Texas.
Did you really?
Who makes that up?
If anyone would, it'd be you. I didn't know you did that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
please talk.
I'm moving silence.
Yeah, you do.
Poof.
Good grief. Come on, go. Talk.
In the coolest
I've been
little-
sick. There it is.
It's
What about
called-
you?
It's called Long Time, and it is a very intentionally done, but it looks cobbled together. It looks like how the Sandlot looks like, with thrown together fences. And it's like a thing in Austin. They have season ticket holders.
Gosh, I love Austin.
It's great. I ate so many tacos. But did that, and it's like this really cool thing. They actually have people come out and watch the games, and there's cool concession stands. It's there needs to be something like that in Oklahoma City. So we went down there and played.
Yeah.
The Norman Dirty Birds, shout out.
I had no idea that you did this.
Well, I move in silence. We
fun.
We did not win,
Okay.
but we played it closer than we probably expected to. Lost 10-6.
Sure.
I had an all right game.
Yeah.
Got a little home run in the
Hey.
mix. Broke a bat doing it because I'm so strong.
Yeah.
Pitched a few
Descended from hardy stock.
pitched a few innings. Can't feel anything
Oh no.
today.
Oh no.
But drove down with
Need to be ice in
dear
it.
friends Michael Trepanier and Bo
Hi, Michael.
Jennings and a new friend, Chris Castro, and we drove down and had a great time. Ate
That
some
sounds
tacos, played some
delightful.
baseball. Then, listen up,
Okay.
friendship BOGO coming at you,
Okay.
horde. Got in the car, headed back from Austin. Got back, parked myself at home for half hour, and who showed up at my front door? Not unannounced. It was announced.
Yeah.
Grady Spencer
Stop.
showed up on my doorstep because he and I went to a concert last night at the Paycom.
Well, you mentioned that, but my timeline was all.
just
I've been
saying.
in a fever dream.
Packed it all in
Wow.
to a weekend. And last night, Grady and I went out, ate some poutine, as dudes do.
As they do.
We had a poutine date, and then we went to the Tyler Childers show
Okay.
at the Paycom. His wife, Casey, had bought him Christmas present tickets, and she couldn't come. So I got to be his date, did that,
His
and then
plus one.
yeah, then this morning we woke up and went to Cafe Cacao for a quick little
Stop it.
Guatemalan breakfast date.
Okay, I'm so jealous of this.
I had the handsomest date at all of the Guatemalan restaurant.
Wow.
He got a horchata latte. Wow. Whirlwind. A whirlwind of a weekend.
I'll say.
I'm just
For
saying.
you especially, the kind of introvert that you are, the surprising introvert, do you need days to recover?
I am playing physical and emotional catch up right now. I have put myself in a position to process a lot of things.
Yeah. On top of this, you got your car back. Got a pouf.
You were wondering why my shui needed a fangin'.
Not anymore.
Fanged up.
I'm so happy and I'm jealous of a fun weekend.
It was a lot to pack in a short period of time.
but
I
it
gotta
was a
say,
delight.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
That's great. When you go on a trip like this, people were like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe you made that trip and then made it back and did the thing." Here's the thing though. When you go on a trip to Austin with a bunch of wild 40-somethings, after your Sandlot baseball game, you eat and you go to bed.
Yeah, you do.
You don't hit 6th Street.
No.
You go to a Cajun restaurant and you go, maybe we'll have one beer and some Aleve.
Daddy
Needs to sleep because I'm going on a poutine date tomorrow and I have to show up and bring my A game.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I love that weekend.
so that's my weekend. And
I'm sorry I didn't allow you more space.
It's fine.
I just assumed.
It's typical. It's just so funny. Every week you're like, "What'd you do this weekend?" I'm like, "Nothing."
Watched 80s movies.
But this one, it's you don't ask, and it's like I went everywhere.
I did ask though.
I ate Canadian poutine.
Yes.
I ate Guatemalan breakfast.
Around the world.
I had Cajun cuisines. I had tacos
Yeah.
and IBS. Anyway, what you been watching, reading, or listening to?
Okay, yeah, that's what I want to get into because there's a lot here and there's a lot of things that I want to share
Let's hear it.
with the listeners. Okay. First of all, have been watching just tons of Saved by the Bell. Are you guys still on that train? I know you never left it.
I'm the conductor of that train.
Choo choo, babies. But listen, ever since we've established that you can watch all of the Saved by the Bells in their entirety on Prime, it's been all Saved by the Bell all the time.
Yeah, should be.
For the family.
Should be.
And I get such a kick out of it.
It's the best.
It's so the best. Okay, but
But I hope your kids are taking it seriously.
they are.
Because my culture is not their costume. Do not appropriate my youth if you're not serious.
I think they approach it with they appreciate the novelty of it. They have a lot of questions, as I said, about the fashion, about the phrases and the slang and things. But I do think they appreciate it, even the cheeseball humor.
If I catch a whiff
Yeah.
of disrespect or irony,
Yeah.
you'll think what Slater did to Nedick on the wrestling mat, small potatoes.
But for what I'm going to do to Hope.
It's going to turn into that fist fight that Zach and Slater had in the hall
Yeah.
on the episode where they're fighting over a gal.
Between you and Hopi. Anyway. Okay. I want to get into what I've been watching, reading, or listening to. As for what I've been watching, guys, I have caught up on 4 years of docuseries in the days that I've been laid up. And I will say this, I love, and I've shared this before, a documentary and or a docuseries.
Sure.
This is probably my favorite genre of entertainment, of television, movies, what have you.
Okay.
Something about true life stories, there's just such an element of gravity to them that I find fascinating. I think true stories that are compelling are the absolute best. That's why I love a true crime podcast, right? I'm just so interested in people and what makes them tick. And nothing gets a kick out of me more than characters like that are stranger than fiction, okay? Which leads me to my first one.
Okay.
Have you seen Kings of Tupelo?
No.
On Netflix?
No.
Guys, if you have not seen this, of all the docuseries that I watched, this is my favorite. All of the docuseries I watched are on Netflix. This takes place in Tupelo, Mississippi, okay? The birthplace of Elvis Presley.
Yes.
Okay? This has 3 parts, and it has it all. I'm about to sound like Stefan from SNL.
Yeah, this docuseries has everything. Elvis Presley.
Are you ready? Conspiracies. Elvis impersonators. Severed heads. Body parts.
Yes.
Government conspiracies. Taekwondo.
That's the one.
Ricin.
That's the kicker.
Ricin.
Yeah.
Poison.
Poison.
Brandon. Guys, I would almost put this on the level of Tiger King.
No.
It's not as many episodes as Tiger King or Last Stop Larimar, which is another documentary that I loved. I cannot recommend this highly enough. It is the weirdest thing you will ever see. I was so sad when it was over because I just want to spend more time with these people.
Okay.
Guys.
But don't take my word for it.
Don't take my Kings of Tupelo.
This thing has everything.
Okay, my next one is another documentary on Netflix. It's called Don't Die.
Sure.
Have you seen this?
Good advice.
No, but it's not what you think.
I actually watched that with my dog last week.
Stop. You didn't listen. Smells like death. Okay, this centers on Brian Johnson, who is the millionaire founder of Venmo.
Oh, no, I know this one.
Okay.
This is the biohacker weirdo. Biohacker vampire.
Well, that's what they call him.
That's what I call him.
But what I'll say is this ended up focusing as much on his story and who he is as a person as his whole...
Doesn't he seem kind of like not the greatest?
I had an affinity for him as I watched this. I really did.
He's full of microplastics.
No, I don't think so.
He's made of microplastics.
No, I don't think so. This guy, it's clean in. Everything is clean. That's going in. But he does over 100 things a day to try to reverse age himself. Mm-hmm. Okay. He's 45 years old, but according to all of the markers and testing that he's done, he's been able to reverse age 5 years. I don't know how you measure that.
And why is it worth that?
It's just interesting, right? He has a lot of money. He was not always the healthiest person physically and mentally. So he just has this interest in how we can be healthier and younger.
Think about this.
And he's offering himself as a study.
Aging in reverse 5 years by not living.
So far. Well, and that's the point that a lot of people make.
I'd rather have a pocket full of schnitzel because I'm living 5 years in a day. Yeah, physically I might be 78. But mentally, I'm Augustus Gloop.
I'm 73.
I'm glooping my way through life.
That's it.
And guess what? Whenever you try to take me up the tube, I'm not fitting. I'm staying here.
Yeah.
You can't take me. Not today. Not to the great chocolate room in the sky. Because I'm sticking in the tube. I'm going to go... That's my ticket. Is just I'm going to make myself impossible to take.
Yeah.
He's weighed down by schnitzel. Those hosen won't fit up the chocolate sucker. He's stuck in the river of life, and he's never going home, baby. That's how you don't die.
But that's the point that a lot of people were making. Yeah. That's the point. Like, at what point are you stripping the joy from this life?
It's lifespan. I've heard Dr. Peter Attia talk about this. Shout out Peter Attia.
Sponsor us.
Lifespan versus health span. It's like enjoyment of your life.
Yes.
At what point is lifespan irrelevant
Right.
when the life you're living is not worth living?
Right. Well, and that's, I think, yes. And I've heard this conversation in terms of medically prolonging life, but at what cost also, right? Like if you're frail and you're unable to get out of bed, like, you know, there's lots of elements to this conversation, but I do think that's what's interesting about this documentary is it makes you consider those questions, right? But I did enjoy that. But he's estimated that for every 12 months, he only ages 8. And again, I don't know how you quantify that. But anyway, again, it ended up being as much a story about him as it was about his project, which is called Project Blueprint. I found it fascinating. Okay, the third one I watched, guys, Jailbreak, Love on the Run.
Jailbreak : That's what I watched. And guys, it's on the dark web, and you don't want to watch it.
Guys, this is...
I got a wicked case of the Jailbreak :
This is a story about an Alabama correction officer who falls in love with a man awaiting trial for murder and risks it all to help him escape.
Sure.
Now, this story is tragic.
Sure.
I do remember when this happened live. I didn't remember how it ended. This story will tell you
Sure.
that.
Okay.
But guys, it was a really well done documentary. There's a lot of footage
Sure.
from the correction facility.
That's what I've been enjoying about docuseries in 2025.
Yes.
I feel like we live in an age of technology where so much stuff is documented.
Yes.
That a docuseries is so much better now because there's so much footage.
Video.
Before we got these hokey reenactments.
Yes.
Hate it.
Yes.
Now we got the genuine article.
We do. Security camera footage, cell phone footage.
Traffic lights footage.
Right.
Phone memo voicings.
Right.
Instagram reels.
And guys, PSA.
Twitters.
Do not try to commit a crime in 2025.
Don't do it.
There's always someone filming you.
There's a MySpace detective on your tail. Here comes Becky
Big
on
brother.
the neighborhood app. I saw the anti-aging prison guard with his gal pal going to try to find the colloidal silver around the corner. Here comes, and they're riding on the back of a tiger.
Yeah. He's dressed as
full of strudel.
He's dressed as an Elvis impersonator.
Dressed as an Elvis impersonator.
Oh gosh.
Ricin. Bags full of it.
Listen, Kings of Tupelo is just about like that, guys. Okay. The next one I watched. I'm still going.
What is happening?
I told you I watched 4 years of docuseries in 2 days.
You aged less than 4 years,
Right.
but watched 4 years of docuseries. Is
This German cold aged me
efficient.
14 years.
Efficient.
Okay. Guys, I watched This is the Zodiac Speaking.
Okay.
Did you
About the
watch
Zodiac
that?
Killer?
Uh-huh.
No.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
He did it.
Guys,
Did I give it away?
I had not seen this, but I've been meaning to watch it. The Zodiac Killer has captivated the nation since the 1960s, right? I did not realize this case is still open.
Yeah.
It has never been shut.
But that's why it's still open.
There was that movie
Zodiac.
with David Fincher made with Gyllenhaal.
With Maggie Gyllenhaal's brother.
That's it. So this is a case that has captivated and horrific murders
Killed people.
since the 1960s. So what this docuseries,
Still dead.
Brandon, don't make light of it.
Okay.
Okay, this focused on Arthur Lee Allen, who was the main suspect in that case.
Sure.
Right? Pretty compelling evidence that he's responsible.
Okay.
Okay. But the case remains open. I did not realize what happened with Arthur Lee Allen. This documentary will tell you. But what's interesting about it is that there's a family who was connected with Arthur Lee Allen. He was a 4th grade teacher. This man did not need to be around children.
Sure. He was the Zodiac killer.
Well, that's what they say. He also had other issues. Did not need to be working with children.
Oh.
But he was very close with this family. And so these children who are now grown are the ones who kind of move the story along in the docuseries. Mm-hmm. And they're putting pieces together from things they remember from the past. Okay. Guys, this documentary was absolutely riveting. Riveting. And I don't know why I haven't watched it till now. It was really something.
Sounds, what's the word? Riveting.
Okay. I also watched.
Oh my gosh. What?
I told you. Guys, I also watched Will and Harper. Have you watched this one?
No.
With Will Ferrell?
Oh, no, but I know what you're talking about. The former writer for SNL and,
Yes.
and Buddy, and they go, is it a road trip?
It's a road trip.
Okay.
So it documents a road trip with Will Ferrell and his close friend Harper, who recently came out as a trans woman. Mm-hmm. And they take this cross-country road trip. And what's really beautiful about this is that they're honestly and openly processing what their friendship looks like now.
Sure.
Right? And they talk to Harper's family and people who knew Harper in the past and people who know Harper now. But I found this to be incredibly heartwarming. I really did.
Love it.
I teared up multiple times. I always think it's helpful for us to put faces to issues that we see being discussed in the news.
Well, anything like that helps to, especially if there's I realize it's not scripted, but if there's a narrative or a story to follow, I feel like it helps identify, if it humanizes a scenario that maybe we otherwise aren't super familiar with.
There you go.
It's
and I know some people are, but for those who aren't.
But I feel like there's probably a ton of people who didn't know even where to start to understand.
Exactly.
And this might help them to see a real human story
you go.
Maybe understand it.
That's right. That's right.
Interesting.
And
that's one that I've been meaning to watch because I'm sure it's very funny because I'm sure they're very funny people, the two of them.
Well, and there's also interviews with former cast members on SNL who knew Harper. And I loved this. It made me love Will Ferrell even more.
Sure.
And it was pretty raw and open. And he was super honest about his feelings, which I really appreciated. Part of this takes place in Oklahoma, in Meeker, Oklahoma, which I found interesting as well. But I feel like it's an important piece, and I really enjoyed it.
Awesome.
And I recommend.
Yeah, I'll watch that. I've seen clips of them together on interview shows, kind of bantering together.
Yes.
And their dynamic is really fun.
They've got a great friendship.
It's very writer's roomy. It's like them bouncing bits off of each other. It's funny.
Yes. And it explores the beginning of their friendship and kind of what brought them together. And I love that piece of it too. Okay, one last thing. As a family the other night, we watched, this is on Netflix, Steven Spielberg decorated this, as he does.
He did.
It's called Ready Player One.
Yeah, it's great.
Have you seen it?
Come on. We're a video game household here.
Okay, I had never seen it. I was not excited about it.
It's fun. It's a fun watch.
It is fun.
We're actually probably due for a rewatch of that one, but that was one that Benny and I watched and really had fun with.
Yeah, we watched it as a family. I will say PG-13. Language not great. There's some S words and the like.
Yeah, let's pop over to the Kings of Tupelo.
No, don't.
Let's see how
don't
that's
watch Kings
going.
of Tupelo with your kids. But anyway, I've read 2 more Frida McFadden novels. I'm telling you, I have been in it. I've caught up. But I read The Locked Door.
I'm telling you, German germs make you more efficient.
Listen.
You've been functioning like a finely tuned German timepiece.
I have. The Locked Door, which was all right, and The Coworker, which I very much enjoyed.
I don't care.
They're quick reads.
Coworkers?
Frida always gets me with her twist endings. So
Classic Frida.
if you're into that, get you some Frida. They're a fun escape. Some of them are scary, but not super scary. There's fun character development, which I'm always about. Okay. How are we doing on time? You probably need to wrap it up today. Got to go get Benny on your rollerblades.
Before we move on, I would be remiss if I didn't.
Please.
Listener of the pod.
Okay.
And Dynamo, who they let on the mic at the Sandlot game.
Yeah.
He's 10 years old. His name's Graham. He's a listener.
Hi, Graham.
He was recounting stuff from the pod. My guy has a photographic memory. Remembered all of it. He's kind of he was saying stuff that I was like, did I say that? But he's dead on.
Graham?
He got on the mic while I was pitching. It was giving us cold hands, warm hearts shout outs. We got numerous shout outs from him and the announcer.
What? What?
during the game because he was out there. We should put him on the payroll because he's a killer.
Whoa.
And he posted he has a YouTube channel called The World Once Weird.
I love
Great name.
it.
And he just put a video up while we were there, and he shouted out Cold Hands Warm Hearts on it. The video brought to you by Cold Hands Warm Hearts. So he's on the team. He's on the street team.
Graham.
He's our guy.
Welcome to the Cold Hands Warm Hearts Nation, Graham.
He's got to get the shouts because he's out here doing the big work.
Ooh.
The World Once Weird.
I can't wait to meet Graham myself.
He rules. So
Love it. Well, I feel like that's a warm heart.
how about that?
Yeah. Do you have any other warm hearts?
I'm just going to say my whirlwind weekend.
Man, you
Playing
did.
baseball like a kid.
Yeah.
Great. Delicious foods.
Yeah.
Hanging out.
Poutine?
Just fun. Just
Poufs?
a fun. Poufs, poutine, and Guatemalan horchata lattes. Pockets full of strudel.
Yeah.
I got a pocket full of strudel. Gonna make me do. Anyway, what's your warm heart?
My warm heart is Jeff Engle. He's in Puerto Rico, but he is.
My warm heart is that Jeff is in Puerto Rico.
No, my warm heart is Jeff Engle. Even though he brought me home germs from Germany, he took care of everything this weekend, and he took care of me. He made me a delicious curry soup that opened my sinuses right up. So I just want to say thank you.
I do love a curry.
Yeah.
Gives me a warm heart.
Yeah, quite literally. Guys, we appreciate you. One more shout out to Graham and all of you fantastic.
The world wants weird.
Yeah. All of you fantastic listeners. Guys, if you haven't left us a rating or a review, we appreciate those so much. It helps people find us. And we just hope you're having a good week.
I'm indifferent on your words.
That's not true.
Bye.
Bye.